I recognize the conversation that needs to be had. So the main goal of the show, I don't like to call it a podcast even. It's an interview type conversational shit. And really just to, so I could talk to Pj, the rapper or the comedian, and for those who don't know you, nobody would give a fuck about our conversation.
Exactly.
I could talk to Pj, learn who you are in real life, what makes you do, what your tics, lessons learned, shit like that. Then they give a fuck about everything outside of that. So that's the goal of this show. Right, to expose, vulnerable moments, lessons learned, shit like that. So
that's cool.
That's the mission, man. And
yeah.
Again, I appreciate you pulling up on me. It's gonna be a great conversation, great situation. We live, we going, so.
Yo, I got a lot of living to do before I die. I ain't got time to waste. Time don't wait. Everything costs. Time been money. I don't fool with homie. Slime been funny. I don't do no jokes unless I'm the one telling them. Y'all nasty like 69. Y'all boys telling. Stay away from goofies. This is not a movie. Avoiding loopholes from U-Haul, you don't move.
Peace, big love, big blessings, even bigger living. Everything that come with and everything in between. You are tuned in to Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. It's just a conversation. And listen, before I introduce my guest, if you subscribe, if you've been watching the episodes, then you already know how this goes. I got to give a major shout out to our location sponsor, Mulberry Art Gallery here in Wichita, Kansas. If you are in the Midwest area, pull up. Check out this amazing black art from a black curator, right, in a black-owned space. It's important to support. You see something you like on the wall in the video, drop it in the comments. Got to give a major shout out and love to my man Gabe Booker, our producer for the show, GBC Visuals. Make sure y'all find him on all the social medias and the YouTubes. Like and subscribe to his pages. And when we talk about liking and subscribing to pages, make sure you like and follow Thinking Out Loud Convo on TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe to Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David on YouTube. Am I forgetting anything? Oh yeah, do that ASAP.
ASAP.
All right, now what we here for? I gotta introduce my guest. The man next to me is a comedian, hip hop artist, father. I looked at some of the photos and the way he rocks in real life. He's domesticated like me, right? When it comes to this relationship thing. I got the amazing Pj ThaGreat.
Man,
what's happening, brother?
I appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you pulling up,
You
man.
feel me? You know you gotta support my black people.
Power
you
to
feel
the
me?
people.
Like you said, I didn't even know this is a black-owned museum right here.
Yeah.
More people should know that. It's a black-owned museum right here. Right here, where we at.
That
so
part.
make sure y'all come get y'all some art. Cause I was looking on the wall, right? How much is it?
You know, that's a grand question. That piece right behind you,
What's up?
3,500.
3,500.
Terry Holloway, early years. It's amazing work. It's amazing work. So,
Oh my gosh.
Like
I
PJ
didn't know
said.
they was gonna say that, all that.
yeah,
I
that's
ain't
the
got it
beautiful
like
thing
that,
about
but
art. And we're
most
gonna we
definitely.
can talk a little bit more about the art.
It's an investment though, without a doubt.
That part.
You
And it
feel me?
continues to appreciate.
You feel me? Like, y'all better come out here. Y'all better. Y'all heard them.
I like it. Listen, PJ, I got a question I lead the show with. Because it always helps me understand where we're going, right? And the question I love to ask everybody is, how's your spirit?
Is you my therapist? No, I'm just playing.
Hey, you feel me?
No, I'm good. I'm always good, man.
Word.
I keep a high spirit at all times. You feel me? There's no point in being low. When you low, it ain't gonna come nothing but more lowness. You feel
Word.
me? So why not just be high? And I be that a lot.
A lot. I can
You
smell
feel
it.
me?
It's a good aroma.
You feel
It's
me?
a good aroma.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it.
So you said you always high. What is that? A choice? Is that a things that happen, or do you like soon as you hit a moment of feeling low? Because we all go through shit. It's
Right.
a real life situation. Right?
Right.
Is it that moment you feel low, you automatically activate, or how do you manage to always feel up?
So I think what it is it's like I have been down before, and it's the fact that why it's like I don't understand why. Put yourself in that mindset where you can make your situation better. You feel me?
Okay.
You can. It's like I have a go out and get it mindset, and then I was also raised by my dad. So
Okay.
you feel me? So he always let me know, make sure you go get it. You feel me? You can always go get it. It ain't never not a way. You feel
Yeah.
me? So it's just, I guess having him in my life, it helps with that uplifted mindset. Like I can always make something happen. You
I
know?
like that. I
You feel
like
me?
that. No, that's fine. I think having that male figure in life definitely can shift the way you see things. Because more times than not, when you have that strong male figure, it's a lot of teachable moments.
Right.
Right. Where moms may be more nurturing, pops may be a lot more. It's always going to be a conversation of some sort, unless he's on your ass.
Oh yeah, he was always doing
He's
that.
on your ass nonstop.
Always.
But with that, you said your pops put that in you. What's some of the illest lessons or dopest things that your pop instilled with you that you keep true to you today?
To this day, keep your mouth closed. Because I used to have my mouth open all the time when I was a kid. You just sit there like, nigga, close your mouth. He used to tell me to close my mouth all the time, so that helped me get the bitch. I can't, the women.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm with you. I get it. I get where you going.
I helped me keep it player.
Keep it player, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? So he helped me in that aspect a lot. You feel me? With the women, how to approach women, that aspect. How to carry myself as a man. Make sure you keep a good hygiene, stay clean all the time.
Word.
Stuff like that. Just stuff that a man is supposed to know. You feel me?
Word.
Rather than just being out here just clueless. Because a lot of people is a little clueless on little stuff, and that's where they don't be getting no females. We got, what I'm talking about? My bad, y'all. We keeping this friendly.
No, I like that. And it's almost a triple entendre when you talk about keep your mouth closed. So it sounds like it was from a physical perspective, keep your mouth chill. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a double entendre in the respect of, sometimes you don't always want to share your wins, share everything that's going on.
That too.
So sometimes you got to keep a closed
mouth.
Most
definitely. He's done never talk too much. I still talk a lot.
That's fair. What's your sign, PJ?
I'm a Gemini. That's what, everybody does that.
Okay, because it's two of you.
It's always.
Okay,
it's
that's
like,
fair.
Yeah. It's like when the camera turned on, you see me just change.
It's
like a
on.
switch.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I got problems.
I can imagine that helps you in the entertainment space. I got to double back though, because I'm all about the gems and how they come to me. So not only keep your mouth closed, but also recognize closed mouth don't get fed.
Oh,
so
man.
It's definitely.
Most definitely.
Life is a constant contradiction of sorts.
Most definitely.
But you're a Gemini and you're an entertainer. And I tell you, man, I remember when I first peeped you, it was a song, Booted. Bootin'.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, and the rapper in me, the conscious in me, I was like, Like I get it, right? I love that type of energy, man. And as I watch your skits, as I listen to your tunes, it's always high energy. So even going back to how you started the conversation, you always up. Man, how do you feel like that's purpose driven? You feel like that's something that's in you to lift other spirits and provide that type of...
Man, that's what I get out of it the most. You feel me? I get the most highness out of making somebody else's day. Because it's like you never know how somebody's day is really going. Like, you feel me? Like, when I first opened my liquor store, I had a lady come in and she was just having a terrible day.
Okay.
But I started cracking so many jokes. She broke down crying because I actually uplifted her day and she was really like messed up. She hopped the bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She hopped the bottle, but she felt a lot better walking out, and that's what makes me feel better. Even if I can help one person, like you feel me, like I feel like a lot of people complain about not having support, but even if you have that one person supporting, it's a lot better than having nobody. Like you can't complain about who's not supporting. You really need to embrace who actually is supporting, who actually is trying to help, and really take that energy in rather than thinking about who's looking at it and not reacting. You feel me?
That's real life, man. And the show's Thinking Out Loud, and I got so many thoughts going so many different places based on some of the things we talked about, but I got to hit on that, man. You talk about just leaving out one person. Something I think about often, man. I got a song where I say the love in real life ain't matching with the streams. Because the love in real life be pouring in. Folks be, this is dope, but the streams ain't crazy.
Right.
But then, bro, I sat back and I thought, yo, if I'm walking down the block and 20 people come up to me and tell me how fire or how much they appreciate what I'm doing, I gotta appreciate that because that's real life. Versus if I'm online, I only get 20 likes. I feel like that wasn't a good response. But if it was real life, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
And
you would take it a lot more. But it's like you have to think of those same 20 people as if they are real life people. That part. Though they did take out the time to actually like your music. You feel me? So those 20 people you have to embrace. Like, I really appreciate y'all. You 100. Feel me? Rather than, because once you start complaining about the people that's not doing it. They like, dang, I was doing it. You didn't see me?
Yeah.
You didn't see me right here? I liked
100.
it. I shared it, motherfucker.
100.
My bad.
Hey, you can be loose with your language. Just we don't call we don't call women bitches.
I'm a limit.
You eliminate?
Told you I had a speech impediment before we started the interview. I got a speech impediment.
Yeah. No, I'll be here for it. No. So we bounce all the way around. So you mentioned Pops gave you the game.
Yeah.
On how to approach women. But then as I do my research and I see you online, you got a lady, right?
Beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady.
Love us to death.
I seen the matching photos. Y'all got the matching PJs. No pun intended.
That's her.
That's her. That's all her.
She love that shit. She love that type of shit. I'm like, yeah, I love it too. It's all right. I don't care.
Cute.
Whatever make you happy.
It's cute. It's the things we do for our ladies.
You feel me? Whatever
It's
make
a
her
real
happy.
thing.
I can do whatever. As long as she doing what make me happy, why not reciprocate? You feel me?
100%.
Ain't
Man, I
nothing wrong
gotta
with it.
ask though. So you got 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if your daughters ran into a brother like you as they were growing in their relationships?
See, and that's what I've been having to think about.
Okay.
Like, because it's like, what can you do when they make bad decisions besides let them bump their heads? You know, it's like
hold on,
as much as you.
Let me bring so let me unpack that. If they ran into a brother like you as they growing, that would be a bad decision.
They gotta bump their heads. They gotta it's not. No, but I'm a good man. I'm a good
Word.
man. I have never even cheated ever in life. Like
That's
know,
fire.
so if they did run into a man like me, it is good. But see, back in my days, when I wasn't tied up,
Word.
you feel me? If
Word.
I'm not tied up, it's up in the air. So you feel me? I didn't have a few like we ain't said we together. We ain't together. You ain't take me to your mama's house for some chicken. We not together. So so that's where I say they might have to bump their heads, because if they run into me not ready to be in a relationship, it's ugly. They run into me in a relationship, ready to be in a relationship, they good.
Yeah, they good.
It's like you gotta let them bump their heads. Whatever they decide, they just gonna have to decide. Because as a father, you don't want to be overprotected, because that's when they go out and do the stuff that they really ain't supposed to be doing without your permission. So you have to have some sort of lineage. You can, especially if I had a boy, I'll have some sort of lineage, so I can't be biased. You feel me? You can't be sexist. You feel me?
That's real.
That's wrong.
So do you think because how old is your oldest daughter?
4.
4. Ooh, you got a lot of living to do
Exactly.
still, man.
So that's why I'm trying to figure it out now. You see, I'm kind of on the right track.
I can feel it.
I can feel it. I just don't know what I'm gonna do when it come down to it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but right now, I feel like I might have it. I should be alright.
I like that energy. I got a 14-year-old daughter, man. I tell you, daughters humble your heart.
You know?
Like they make you, they keep it the most honest. I often say my daughter can say things to me that my mom's or my wife would say that would drive me nuts.
Man.
Or make me feel a certain way. But when she says it, it feels way more honest, because it's coming from such a, I want to say immature. What word I want to say? Such a pure place.
Right.
So it's,
because my daughter, she tells me when she get in trouble at school. She would get in trouble at school and tell me before the teacher could tell me. She was like, I was hitting people at school with my hair because she got the long hair with the beads on the back.
Okay,
she was swinging on me. I was like, she done told me that. I'm like, why is you hitting people? You want us to cut them? She, no, I don't want you to, I couldn't believe that. Then the teacher told me. I'm like, she done already told me, so I know exactly what you mean. Them girls, she can't lie at all.
They can't lie at all.
Even
they keep
when
it a buck.
It's crazy because sometimes I catch her doing something, right? And I'm like, what you doing over there? Daddy, I just love you. I'm like,
trying to throw the charm on you.
I'm like, what you mean you love me? What you doing? You ain't answer my question. Answer my question.
Yeah.
I
love that.
Man, them kids, boy.
They do something to you, man. Do you think if you had a son, you would raise him the same way and put the same things in your son that you do your daughter?
That's where I have to. I feel like in order for them not to feel like I'm being, letting him do more than I would let her do. Like I want to do
Word.
in my head, and my head is telling me, yeah, he can do whatever he won't. No, she can't.
Yeah.
But I can't think like that in today's society, in the world today. You can't think like that. You have to treat both kids equal. You
That's
feel
real.
me? So if he's at an age and you let him date, you have to let her date at that age too. If that case was to come, you feel me? So it's just like, oh man, I don't know. I want to say yes, I'm gonna treat him equal, but I just know it's gonna be like, oh no, she can't go. No, y'all can't go.
She can't make bad decisions.
That's
She
why
can't
I'm
bump
like,
her head.
Dang, why didn't I have another son fast so I could have, That's why I gotta get one quick so he can go with him.
He can chauffeur. He can chauffeur, chaperone.
Just go with them. Make sure they're not doing nothing. Just go with them.
I ain't bad at that. let me switch gears a little bit. So, as I was doing my research, even man, you stole a fire truck
Yeah.
for a music video.
Me, my boy Blue Skrilla, Hit King Productions. Gotta always shout out my boys.
Word.
So, I mean, we can go into detail on this one.
Hey, talk to
Because
me.
we have never went into detail. It was a few years ago.
Okay.
So now it's, we can do that here. You feel me? Because we thinking out loud.
You just thinking out loud.
We just thinking.
That's it.
So we was chilling. We was shooting a video. I paid my boy Hit King for like 3 videos on the package deal. He had a package deal going. So I was just ready to shoot something. We just chilling, So I'm like, bruh, we don't have no idea for this video. We went to the mall first. We were going back. I guess wherever house we was at some girl house. I don't know whose house we was at. We was at some girl's house and she stayed by the fire department. We was like, what if we got a fire truck for the video? We was just playing though. We just playing, at the time. And I was like, I'll ask him. Cause I ain't never been scared to ask nobody nothing. I'm one of them people that do stuff that you be like, why you do that?
Okay.
I'm that person.
I could feel that energy. Like
feel
ask
me?
for
That's
forgiveness instead of permission.
You feel me?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I went up to him. I was like, hey, we trying to shoot a music video, can we use our fire truck? And then they was like, let us hear the song. So they heard the song. And they was like, I was like, yeah, we talking about all the females, in the city. Yeah, we had to do that. I was young and stupid.
Okay.
I did a lot of
How
stupid
old were you
stuff.
when this happened?
Let's see, I was 19,
Okay.
20, probably.
Okay. So
Like,
still figuring these
Just fresh
things
out of high school,
extras
just,
and etceteras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just going crazy. So I showed them the song. They was like, yeah, man. They let us do it. So basically it was probably about 2-3 firefighters there. They had to pull it off to some secluded area,
Yeah.
and then they let us get in the fire truck. But they didn't know I was gonna have my gas in there with me. You feel me? I had my cash with me, And then they talking about, so afterwards, the aftermath. That's the big deal though. That was the big deal, cause they got trying to press charges behind the scenes, like.
So they gave you permission. They had to drive it
Gave us
apparently
permission.
to the spot.
And then tried to press charges.
But you was in there on the illegals and the extras and etceteras, and then they was like, you know what? Never mind. 'Cause we didn't know you was gonna do this. Okay.
But
That's
it was
fair. I'm
already
tracking.
too late. That was the bad part about it. Because the sergeant came in, or the chief or whatever for the fire department, that's who came in and was mad. He was like, how in the world did this happen? When did it happen? Because music videos
This
don't
is
come
after
out
the video posted.
after it posted. Because music videos, they don't come out to about 3-4 months after it happened or something.
Dang, that's a slow.
It was,
But I'm
no,
with you. I'm with
but
you.
It was because we gonna go into that next. I'm
Okay.
gonna let you know exactly why it took so long.
Okay.
But so basically, it was like 3-4 months out after the video was out, and then it caught wind again 3 months after that, and actually went viral.
Gotcha.
Because the first 3 months it didn't really do anything. I probably was at about 1,000-2,000 views,
Okay.
And then right after that, it caught the radio, and then not the radio, but the news. It was on the news, and when it hit the news, oh man, they was mad. The fire chief was like, yeah, we're pressing charges. You're not supposed to be in the fire truck without consent. You have to get a written form, and we only do that for school. We're trying to figure out how they even got in the fire truck in the first place. I'm
Okay.
like, y'all gonna press charges, but y'all ain't got no dates. Y'all ain't got no proof we took a truck.
Because everything was off the record.
I ain't moving nowhere. I ain't take
Yeah.
nothing. I don't know how to drive that thing. It was like levers and stuff. I ain't never seen it in the car.
Yeah.
I can't drive this.
Word.
You know, so y'all ain't got no proof that I took anything. You know, so they had to drop the charges. I'm like, oh man, they tried to get
a young brother.
The police though, they were so mad about it. They pulled me over at least 3 times back to back. That's why my license is suspended right now.
Because they pulled you over?
They was mad about the fire truck.
Okay, I can feel the passion. I feel the passion.
They was so, no, but listen, they pulled me over. They said, you Pj ThaGreat, huh? They called me by my Facebook name. They said, you the one that got the fire truck, huh? I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
So they pulled me over before work, after work, and then before work again.
Every chance they get.
And this is one day, and then the next day. So that's 3 tickets back to back.
Sheesh.
I was working at a call center, I couldn't pay that. I was like, y'all was trying to take my license. Y'all knew I couldn't pay that in my bills, my Wi-Fi, my PlayStation Network.
All of that.
You know,
all of that. And you got to balance.
And I was trying to buy some BC for my 2K player at the time. I'm like, bruh,
I know that struggle. That's the only game I really play is 2K.
You know.
Let me bring it back a little bit though. Expensive, especially if you want to be able to compete in the streets. It's real as fuck. All right, so these decisions, the decision to, I can't even say you made a bad decision because you did your thing. You was doing what rappers do, right?
You feel me?
But
it was a bad decision though, because now I ain't got no license. The police is mad. That's what people don't know. That's why I had to let everybody know right now. The police, y'all did me bad. If y'all see this too, because y'all be watching everything, y'all know y'all wrong.
That's what I want to get to though, because you mentioned they called you by your Facebook name. And I think a lot of times, and although that may not be the worst infraction for a brother to have, to be able to get,
because I'm not doing nothing on there.
You're not doing nothing on there.
You know?
But a lot of times, young brothers be on the internet with all the extras and et ceteras. Like the feds ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got a past, and we all grow from our past.
Right.
You've also had some rap beef, which we won't get all the way into the rap beef, because that ain't what we're here for. But I have to ask, right, in those situations and scenarios where you may have previously been on the extras and et ceteras, punching niggas out at video shoots, stealing. It's not stealing. You didn't steal nothing.
I stole a fire truck.
You was smoking, that was the issue, you was smoking in the fire truck.
Smoking in the fire truck, you know.
And I don't know what else you've done that was extras and et ceteras, but if you like me, you've been through life, and you've done some shit that you probably regret a little bit, that you've grown from.
Right.
What made you grow? Like what put in you like, okay, let me stop doing this silly shit and now use this gift of mine, especially comedy?
I think what made me grow is realizing it's not worth it. You feel me? It's not worth it. Going to jail. Going to jail for driving on suspended. When you think about it, you can go to jail for a lot much worse stuff, getting into it, getting into altercations with people. You feel me? So and then also some people take stuff to the extreme. To where it can become deadly. So it's just like, I think I grew as a person, low-key in jail, just sitting there just thinking like, hey, bruh, I can't sit here forever. And then triple people all day, you know? Yeah. It's just, you just grow. I think it's something in people's head that sometimes it clicks, sometimes it don't, because some people it don't click. But I think it's just like a switch that sometimes hits once you hit 25, you know, and then you're like, you know what? I'm done. I need to think smarter, not harder.
Come on.
You feel me?
Come on.
So I think it's just that switch finally hit with me. That had to be it. That switch hit like, you too old.
Word.
You too old. You chill out.
Chill the fuck out.
Sit down somewhere.
Because it's never worth it.
Yeah, and then the last fight I got into, I think that's what it was. The last fight I got into, my body was sore. I won. I wanted to fight, but I didn't feel like I wanted to fight the next day. So it was like, oh no, I'm done. I can't fight no more. I can't fight.
He's winded, bruised up, his sword just
man,
like
back
he ran
was
the track
hurting.
meet.
I was like, why am I hurting? I fought yesterday. Lord, gee, yeah. So that was probably it too.
Yeah,
that one. Mm-hmm.
That's fair. That's fair, man. Listen, your Facebook, YouTube, your social media comedy, it's hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it takes a lot for me to laugh at skits. My wife be mad at me because when I laugh hardest, so I get to push it. All the extras and shit, right?
Yeah.
And when I watch your joints, I'm like, yo, this nigga is funny.
Right?
Right? Like, what motivates or inspires your skits and the things that you come up with? Is it real life scenarios? Exactly. Like, where does that even come from? Like, I watch
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show. Word.
Chappelle Show. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. I'm telling you, that Chappelle Show was I used to watch that so much, man, and I always wanted to do something like that. You feel me? So like when it comes to skits, that's what I think, originality, because the TikTok world has messed up creativity. You feel me? Everything is a repeat now. If you think about it, they are trying to do what someone else has done better than them.
With the same sounds.
Same sounds over and over, or a song. The songs, that's how people are getting their streams now, off of people making comedy off of their songs. It's like, and then it's just a repeated cycle, and I'm trying to break that cycle and get originality back, like Vine.
Okay.
I'm old.
How old are you, PJ?
I'm 26.
You're not old.
But I'm in the mind. In my mind,
okay.
I'm old though. You know, I'm from that generation, the Vine generation. You know, we had all of the good stuff. You feel me?
It's ill to think. I'm 35. You're 25. How quick generations grow, right? So we in my day we had Black Planet, then we had MySpace.
MySpace was the joint.
It was the shit. Then Facebook.
Top 5.
You feel me?
You feel me?
But it was such a gap between those joints. Then you get Facebook, then Instagram jumped, then Snapchat, then Twitter. I mean, Twitter was already moving, but then you get all of these
in the mix.
Moving in the mix. How do you navigate all of them different spaces with your comedy?
Man, you can't. It's so hard to do every website. It's so hard. Well, you can. I'm not gonna say you can't, because you can. You can make one video and you can post them on every social media. But it sometimes does get a little dismotivating when one social media isn't going as much as the other social media, so you tend not to go check on that social media or post on it as much. You feel me? That's where I go in, and it's like, man, it's so hard to incorporate all of them. And then also social medias have different guidelines, like TikTok. TikTok, they got. I can't get a video to stay on TikTok for 3 seconds. I'll be saying too much. They said these kids can't hear that. That's what they be saying to me. But I'm like, dang, they looking at the booty cheeks all day. All they see is booty cheeks all day, and you telling me I can't say this? You out of control. Out of control. But yeah, so you gotta try to work the different avenues of different websites. So I know how hard it is. That's why everybody be so frustrated with it, because it's like, bro, how is it that somebody is famous on every website? You know? But it's promotion. Promotional tools. Use all y'all promotional tools for social media. If they have a promo, push that promo and use it. Sometimes the promos be on a little BS. You know, you'll boost your post and then get all them views, and then nobody still like it. You like, why in the world do that? But I've been doing my research. The first 3 seconds, make sure your content is good.
Okay.
First 3 seconds, you have to have outstanding content to where they can't deny, oh yeah, I like that. Whether if it was, entertaining, funny, it caught their eye, creative, whatever it is, make sure whatever it is in the first 3 seconds, because that's what's gonna keep them watching.
Word.
You feel me? And that's what's gonna get them to react, that first 3 seconds. So whatever it is, put that in the beginning, boom, and then
trying to crack the algorithm.
That's the best way to crack it. That's what everybody is doing right now. The first 3 seconds, the craziest stuff possible, or the most outstanding stuff possible in the first 3 seconds.
What kind of? Because I see you do the baby boy reenactments. You got you got the joints with your daughter. where y'all going off on teachers and whatnot, the joints with your lady. You got a lot of funny and even different characters, so I could see where the Dave Chappelle influence comes from.
You know,
right?
Dave Chappelle, that's, oh my God, I love that show.
Which character is your favorite of yours?
Oh man, see, my problem is I haven't really named all my characters.
Okay.
You know, I think my favorite character will probably be Bullethead Tony.
Bullethead. I've heard Bullethead Tony a lot on there.
Bullethead Tony. It's like a person I created. It's like an entity.
Okay.
He's a person that the biggest gangster alive. Everybody's scared of him.
Yeah.
You don't mess with Bullethead Tony.
Okay.
That way, when you speak on a situation, you know it's finna go down. You know he might blow you up with a claymore.
Is Bullethead Tony inspired by somebody in your real life?
My uncle,
your
Uncle Tommy.
Your Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, R.I.P. my Uncle Tommy. He passed probably about a year ago.
Okay.
You know, old age, you know, it's just his time. But yeah, my Uncle Tommy was crazy. He went to the military, came back. It was just he was sane, but insane at the same time. But yeah, that's Bullethead Tony right there, Uncle Tommy.
Okay.
Uncle Tommy was insane. He gonna say the craziest thing, and he always looking for some hoochies. Uncle Tommy need the hoochies. That's what he called them. They was hoochies. Yeah, I need the hoochies. You ain't got no hoochies. I know you got the hoochies. You my favorite nephew with the hoochies.
I like that. I like that. No, that's real. The uncle's gonna keep it a buck with you, especially the older ones. Military, you know, different things come from military too. Man.
Yeah,
so
that's where the claymores come from. You know, the claymores, rocket launchers. He always talking about blowing something up. You know,
the extras and etc.
You feel me? He gonna blow something up.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'll blow your house up with a claymore. You know what I'm talking about?
So I gotta ask this because a lot of times I notice some of the funniest comedians, right? It's you want other people to laugh because you're dealing with some shit.
Right.
Like, cause you navigated and now it's like, okay, let me get this off my chest. Is there anything that's happened that made you be like, yo, I want niggas to laugh cause I'm hurting?
Yeah. So I've been homeless before.
Word.
I tried to go out to Texas a few years ago and tried to just make it happen. You feel me? I just went out on a limb, like, you know, hey, I'm about to make this happen. You feel me? And then the problem was I got to staying at this chick house. You know what I'm talking about? I'm thinking I'm good, and she on some other stuff. And I'm like, dang. Now I'm out here, I can't even find an apartment. You know what I'm talking about? Because they talking about you got to make 3 times the rent. I'm at Quick Trip working. Yeah. I'm like, dang. So, you know, I had to sleep in my car at a point in time. And it was like, you know what? I can't let this drag me down. You feel me?
How long did it take for you to realize, like, you know what, this can't be the worst of me?
So I say it was only that time span was probably only about a month or 2.
Okay.
You feel me? It wasn't too long. I struggled for a month or 2, see if I could figure it out, try to get a better job. I ended up getting a better job, but it still wasn't working out there in Texas, so I ended up coming back. You feel me? But in that moment, it's like, when you feel down, I was still cracking jokes at that time. You feel me? I still find some of my like funny posts around that time period because in my soul I can't be down. You feel me? Yeah. I can't be depressed on Facebook like I ain't got $1 to my name, ain't nobody help me out. Where y'all been at? You feel me? Me personally, I can't do that. I always have to persevere and make a way for myself. And that's what I did. And you feel me? And within less than a year and a half, I opened up a liquor store. You feel me?
Word.
So it's like, it can switch, you know?
Yeah.
It can switch, you feel me? Just don't ever stay down too long because when you stay down, you're going to keep yourself down. You can most definitely drag yourself down easy.
So when you got in Texas in the car, the shorty you was with was like, nigga, bye. Right?
Basically.
Was there any support system around you or was it genuinely all you to...
See, really, I wasn't even really I didn't have no support system at all. I mean, I had support system basically, but it's not like I just didn't have nowhere I could have went. I just didn't want to be a burden on someone else. As a man, you feel me? I could have most definitely went to go stay at my aunt's house on the couch. I actually was staying there for a few months, for a little while, trying to figure it out. But it's like, once you're at somebody's house too long and you can't really help them, You have to figure it out as a man and go get it on your own. You feel me? You can't be at their house sleeping on that couch forever.
Word.
That's what's going on in my head. No matter what, even if she would have let me stay there, it's like you can't be out there. I can't be over here on her couch. I need to move. I got a car. I'll sleep in here for a little bit. I ain't tripping.
100.
I go to work. You feel me?
Yeah.
Make sure I get my baths. They let me come take a bath. I'll come take a bath over there real quick. Make
Use
sure
the resources.
I'm straight at work. You feel me? But I ain't finna be over here just chilling at her house using her electricity, eating up all her food, and she got kids.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that. I'm grown. You feel me?
Word.
So it's just like, but in that moment, it's just like I still can't be down. I was still cracking jokes, still making sure I keep a smile on my face while I keep a smile on everybody else's face. Even if I'm coming around, I didn't let nobody else know like, hey, I'm doing bad. Can you help me out? I'm not coming like that. I'm coming like, hey, how you doing? You straight? You feel
Word.
me? I'm good. You know, I might not be good, but I'm good. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just can't let nothing get you down.
So the comedy, you use the comedy in a way to almost hide the pain.
You feel me?
Word.
Right. You can. But in reality, I don't even think I'm hiding it.
Okay.
I don't let too much get to me. You feel me? I don't really try to let nothing get to me. Like, except when people get to trip with me, you get to trip with me, you wanna trip with me, I'm like, I take it there, you feel me?
Take it there.
You gotta do a lot to take me there. That's why when you take me there, it's like, I'm gonna take it all the way there, because why did you do so much to get me here?
That's the Gemini shit. That's the Gemini shit. Listen, you mentioned Dave Chappelle being one of your biggest inspirations, and man, what I love about Dave Chappelle, Virgo brother like myself, does everything at the maximum level. He went from just the comedy, the funny ha-ha, to like the funny like, damn, am I supposed to laugh at this type of funny?
Right.
From a political, I say he's probably one of the greatest observationalists, right? Do you feel a responsibility as a comedian to not just make people laugh, but to also give them some shit to think about?
Without a doubt, you gotta make people think. It's like, that's what makes the jokes funny.
Okay.
The more people gotta think about it, the more funnier it is. It's
Word.
like, did you really just say that? Then they gotta repeat it. So if they gotta repeat it, you know it was funny.
Yeah.
So it's most definitely very important to boggle the mind with the jokes.
Yeah.
Gotta go ahead and reach out there.
And
Make them think.
So I know like we're in a culture now where everybody has a voice, right? No matter what background you're from, no matter what race, creed, color, sexual orientation, religious, everybody is able to speak on what offends them or what they want to champion. As a comedian, do you feel like there's anything off limits when it comes to your conversations and your jokes?
Oh man, that's what I've been struggling with. Like there is a limit you have to set. And I wasn't thinking like that at first. At first I'm thinking like, I'm a comedian, I can say whatever I want to say. But in reality, you can and you can't. It's certain topics that it's sensitive to certain people. You feel me? And you can't talk about a lot of certain topics. Like, for instance, like people that's been in domestic violence relationships.
Okay.
You feel me? You can make a joke about it, but it just depends on exactly how you make that joke, because you can trigger something to somebody that has had trauma in that situation. You feel me?
Word.
And it can be very offensive to them, and you just lost a whole fan because you didn't even realize that you were really being offensive to them. Like making a Chris Brown and Rihanna joke. You feel me? It's like them type of jokes. Some people was like, you can't joke about that. That's not funny.
So you've made jokes like that and people reached out to you
it's a lot of people that'll really give you constructive criticism on certain jokes like that. It's like, so you do have to most definitely think very hard about what you say, because some people can take it in a whole different way. So yeah.
That's layered.
Yeah.
So how do you go about respecting that opinion? Because we, as creatives, right?
My woman.
Ooh, that's your accountability.
I let her watch the video and she'll let me know if I said something that could be offensive. And she's cold at it because I've done it a lot. And she's like, nah, that's offensive. You can't say that. Chill out. You know?
Yeah.
It was like when I was doing news you can use one time.
Which I love the news you can use. They're
You know, it was fire. She had to let me know one time I stepped over the boundaries. It was like, I guess there was some rap beef going on between two local rappers or whatever, and I was instigating the rap beef on my news you can use because it's comedy news. You got to bring the comedy news out. So the guy had a song called "Suicidal," but the song is kind of terrible. So I was like, I see why you're suicidal, but she was like, you can't say stuff like that. That's where she's my mediator. She's like, nah, that was over the line. You got to go back in, think of something else, put something else in there because you can't say that.
That's
so
facts.
It's most definitely a line you can't cross. And sometimes as a comedian, you're not thinking about those lines you're crossing. You're just thinking about what's the funniest thing that I can say right now. You feel me? What's the first thing that came to my head when I heard this song?
Yeah.
It made me suicidal. But you can't say that, that's that line you can't cross.
That's the challenge. I think when I do music, it's more of a conscious effort, right? But I think there's no harm in conversation. Right, because then you're able to blend perspectives and be like, nah, that's off, that's whack, that's whack. But when you're a comedian, you're talking to people or at people. And man, I got quite a few friends that are comedians. Some may do skits, some are really great at stand up. But that's a question I love to ask because I truly feel like comedians may be our greatest truth tellers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Really, because we really be speaking our mind, and it's like you can really. That's why I like this. Yeah. Like when I did that first stand up, I was like, I could really just come up here and just talk to y'all. And this is so easy. I'm just talking. I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just up here letting y'all know how I feel, and y'all listening.
And giving you a real life response.
A real life response, and it's like it made me feel good. It made me feel real. I don't know if I like it better than that rapping though. I don't know which one. I can't tell you. Yeah. Cause I done did big shows where it's sold out crowds. Everybody got their phones out, just looking at you. Waving your phone, knowing your song lyrics. You feel me? So it's like it's a different type of feeling, So it's, I don't know which one was better because that making people laugh, it's a lot harder than having people like your music. You feel me?
Because you get a real time response
right then and there. With comedy. And then it's like you can't rap some lyrics you didn't already have. You got to really hit them with some jokes. You got to punchline them. Facts. You got to build up. Yeah. Anticipation. You can't be sitting there thinking about what's next. You feel me? And what about when you run out of stuff to say? You still got more time.
So when you do stand up, are you just up there feeling the moment, or do you do you run your jokes?
So I've only done it one time, and what I did was I found like 5 topics to talk about. Okay. And then I just talked around those 5 topics rather than having it scripted. You feel me? So I knew what I wanted to talk about. I talked about that, and then I had it at least coexist with the other topics so they transitioned together pretty smoothly. I actually studied. I was watching everybody before I did that show. No doubt. I was watching Cat Williams. I was Kevin Hart. I was sitting there. I was just studying. I'm like, how is they doing this? Because I don't want to get up here and look stupid. I'm gonna be so mad, and then I'm gonna have to roast everybody. I don't want to have to roast everybody.
Yeah. Man, you know what I dig about I haven't seen you stand up, which I'm eager to see. I know you got a show coming up in April, which I'm definitely gonna be checking out.
Most definitely.
But when I look at your skits, and I think it happens in any creative space, especially as you get to finding your groove, you can always tell who somebody's influenced by. Right. When I watch his skits, I'm like, bro got his own voice. Yeah. Right, like his own thing going. Let me ask you, what lets you know or reinforced, affirmed, however you want to put it, that comedy, this is my thing. I know you just said you don't know which one you like more than rapping and comedy, but what made you feel like, this could be the thing that I use at a major level?
I think what it was is a person that inspired me a lot was Funny Marco on the funny tip, because he blew up out of nowhere off of being funny, fast, and I'm like, everybody always tell me bro, you so fucking funny, bro. You are funny, bro. And I'm like, man, I gotta figure out. And then that's when I thought Dave Chappelle. I was like, that's a good way. Them skits that he was doing, cause I was, you know, they brought that back on Netflix. They brought the Chappelle show back on Netflix. And I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, I can do that. I'm like, I can just do it all by myself. I don't even need no more actors. I can play everybody. You know,
you Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy too. That was another thing. You know, I'm like, I don't even. You know, they can play everybody. You just need a camera. Just keep switching it. You know, so. That's when I was like, I gotta switch it up because like rapping expensive.
Yeah.
Being a rapper, you gotta pay for studio time. You gotta pay for music videos. And then you gotta go buy clothes. You gotta look good. And then you gotta get a haircut. You feel me? You know, and then if you ain't got the chain and the females with the watch, you feel me? Oh, it's like, come on now, I gotta spend all of this. And then y'all still didn't even watch it?
Y'all still ain't watched the video. And I done dropped it.
I just spent this whole bag and y'all didn't even watch it?
That's the real thing.
Or it's like, if like I did all of this work and y'all don't even give me credit. Like, for instance, like I have my manager is the same manager that used to manage Hurricane Chris.
Okay.
I don't really tell a lot of people that, but I'm gonna let y'all know in the interview. My manager is the one that used to manage Hurricane Chris. So that's how my promotion, that's where I'm getting all my promotion from. My promotion tips, the skills, and how I make sure I get in people's faces, get the views on YouTube, all of that. He's basically giving me the game on all of that. You feel me? On how to actually create an image for yourself. And be your own entity. You feel me? Let
me ask this, because I got a final question I always ask, but you mentioned your manager used to manage Hurricane Chris. Is that where you got everybody's phone number from? Because you do your celebrity phone calls, right? And the first time I seen it, I was like, yo, this ain't no way he got her number, but really? But you prank calling celebrities.
Yeah, Just Hilarious, that was my first one. I think that's my favorite one, because Just Hilarious was so mad. She was so mad. She like, nah, how did you get this number? She like, I know gave you this number specifically, but I can't give y'all how I got it.
Okay, I thought I was gonna be able to get it out of you.
Oh man, okay, I can't give y'all because it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, it's like they gatekeep.
That's fair.
They gatekeep, and I don't even really have access to everything, or I'll be famous right now. You know,
man, we all would be.
You feel me? Ooh. So it's like, man, they gatekeep so hard. So getting past that gate, once I get past that gate, and I'm able to come back, we can redo an interview.
I like that energy.
After I get through the gate interview.
So the next interview we sit down, we're gonna be talking about you selling out arenas and shit like that.
You feel me?
I like that.
You feel me? You know, making everybody in the town big. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make everybody big. You're trying to do this for the whole town.
I like
that.
You feel
me? Because ain't no point in doing it if everybody can't have fun.
Come on, man.
We all grew up together. We played football.
So many bread companies.
Basketball. We went to Brooks and all them other middle schools together. Stucky, all of them. You know, why not? Why can't we all have fun with the rich people? Go kick it with Lil Durk and 21 Savage and them. I want to go kick it with them, but I don't want to kick it with them by myself. I want to kick it with them and my peoples.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's only lonely at the top if I don't take you with.
Why can't we be Chicago? You know.
Man, that's a whole nother conversation. And man, hold on, that's a whole nother conversation. But I want to ask you one last question before we go, bro. You said you're 25. It's young as fuck. It makes me feel old. But 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself 10 years ago? You'd have been 15? Wow.
I really would have told myself to take comedy serious back then. I was funny. I was funny. 10 years ago. Around 15, 16, because I'm 26 now. Yeah, I'd have been 16. I was funny. I was cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Because I went to school in Texas. That's what made me go back out there.
Okay.
All they did was roast. All they do is roast you. No matter what you got on, no matter how you put it on, they was going to get on your head. So that's really where all of the funniness came from, was 10 years ago. So I'd have told myself, bro, be funny as possible. Don't play with it. Just be funny.
Yeah.
I would choke myself like, be funny.
So let me flip it real quick. What do you think 16-year-old PJ would tell 26-year-old PJ?
I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster. What you mean be funny? I'm a gangster. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Be funny.
Young and on the bullshit. Woo. Thank God for growth.
Right?
Thank God for growth. Listen. TJ, let the people know where they can find you, bro.
All right, man. Pj ThaGreat on all platforms, everywhere. Show April 22nd. Flyer coming real soon. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. You feel me? Get all of that. Come cop the art at this beautiful art black museum. All of that. You feel me? And make sure that y'all like and subscribe again to all of our content. You feel me?
I like that.
You feel me?
I like that. Listen, PJ, it was a blast talking with y'all. We could talk for hours because I would just laugh. I love laughing. It's a different type of energy. It's fulfilling. It gets your spirit going. And I just love your outlook on life, bro.
Appreciate you.
You feel
Appreciate
me?
you having me.
100%. And I'm hopeful, confident, and prayerful that every goal you got, even the goals that may be blindsided, that you may not see, they're back here, but you don't know they're there for you. I'm hopeful that you achieve them joints at the highest level.
Already,
in
brother.
real life.
Most definitely.
Continue to exercise your gift.
You too.
Continue to be dope as fuck.
Already.
Peace, big love, big blessings, and even bigger living. This has been Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. Holla.
I got a lot of living to do before I die. I ain't got time to waste. Time don't wait. Everything costs. Time been money. I don't fool with homie. Slime been funny. I don't do no jokes unless I'm the one telling them. Y'all nasty like 69. Y'all boys telling. Stay away from goofies. This is not a movie. Avoiding loopholes from U-Haul, you don't move me.